Hey guys, Galacoman23 back again with another video. And this is going to be just a random review of a film I saw last night, The ABCs of Death. Now what ABCs of Death is, it's 26 short films by 26 different directors, or pairs of directors, and they're each given a letter, and they are given, I think it's $5,000 to make a film about death, for a word for that specific letter. So really good directors here, and yeah, I'm going to go through each kind of short film. I'm going to kind of tell you my favourite ones and stuff. It could be a two-part review, but I'll try to kind of get through them quickly enough. There'll be spoilers, by the way. There's going to be a lot of spoilers. I'm going to be going through each short film and kind of basically giving away what happened. So if you don't want to if you want to experience it for yourself, don't watch this review. But yeah, just giving you a warning. So first up we have A is for Apocalypse, which is directed by Nacho, I think it's Vigalondo, who directed Timecrimes or Los Cromos Criminales, or I think that's something else anyway. This was a pretty good one, not one of the best. Basically, this guy's in bed and his wife starts attacking him, and apparently she's been poisoning him over a few years, and then at the end you find out that like they're in the beginnings of the apocalypse, which is pretty good. Not one of the best ones, but not one of the worst ones by a long shot. And you don't find out which which letter stands for which word until after the film. Who directed it, I thought was pretty good. B is for Bigfoot, one of my least favourites. Basically, this couple are looking after a house, and this couple's I think neat, and they want to have sex, and this girl comes in that she can't sleep, so they make up this story about this Bigfoot, abominable snowman kind of thing that that kills kids and takes their hearts, and that comes true, but it's like this homeless guy, trash collector thing, kills them. It's nothing really much to it at all. Not one of my favourites. C, I have to check some of these. C is for Cycle. Now this is basically a guy. Again, not one of my favourites, but an alright one. Yeah, this guy wakes up and hears a noise, so he goes to investigate it, and then the next day he sees himself. So it's kind of like like he sees himself doing what he did at the beginning of the short, and then at the end he kind of kills his other self. And yeah, again, not one of the best ones. It kind of reminded me like of Timecrimes, that kind of weird time thing. It was alright, wasn't anything too special. D is for Dogfight, which is a really good one. Basically, this guy is forced to. It's all got music over it, but there's no kind of audible dialogue in it. And basically, this guy fighting this dog, and then people say there's a twist in it, but it's not really a twist. Basically, it's like this dog that went missing, and at the end, the guy shouts the dog's name, and then he gets the dog to attack the people who are running this kind of dogfight thing. Really well shot though. I love the fact that it's all, I'll say it's got music over it, and there's no audible dialogue. Really good one. Really good effects as well. You can really like did they actually harm the dogs for real, which they didn't. There's no kind of animal cruelty or anything. So yeah, that was another really good visuals and really good ideas. So E is for Exterminate. Again, not one of the best ones. Basically, this guy kills this spider, and then he's kind of like a Spider-Man kind of thing, and yeah, he bit by the spider, and then he going through his day, and then at the end all these kind of baby spiders crawl out of his ear. That's good effects and stuff, but nothing too special. And then we get to F is for Fart. Yeah, this one was fucking weird and not very good and weird. Basically, it's kind of like that weird anime, kind of live action anime kind of shit. And it's so fucking weird. And it's basically this girl falls in love with a teacher, and it's all about farts. It's nothing really. And basically at the end, the world ends, and this teacher farts in this other girl's face. It's shit. G is for Gravity, another pretty good short one as well. Basically, it's a point of view of this guy, and he puts bricks in his backpack, and he basically rows out to sea and jumps into water and kills himself. Again, nothing really much to it, but it's good ideas, but nothing really to it. H is for Hydroelectric Diffusion. This is another weird one. It's kind of live action dog. It's kind of dog people, but it's kind of, like people to look like dogs. And it's this pilot or something in this Nazi fox kind of doing this weird shit, and then this kind of contraption kind of grabs his balls and it wraps around this periscope, and it's a lot of weird stuff. Pretty good visuals though. Quite a lot of these are kind of style over substance, which isn't great, but again, it's 26 short films, so there's going to be ones that are shit and ones that are going to be really good. And I is for Ingrown, which is another kind of weird one. Basically, there's this guy in this bathroom, and he's tied up this girl. That's basically throughout the short film, like this inner monologue of this woman. It's Spanish or Chilean or something, and basically, she's tied up in this bathroom, and he injects her with something, and she kind of starts scratching her skin, kind of like a cabin fever, and like her skin starts kind of bleeding, and then she kind of chokes on her and vomits and dies, and then at the end you find out that that woman is his wife, and like the inner monologue and stuff. Again, nothing too special, not one of the best ones. J is for Jidai Geku, which is a samurai movie. This is a kind of a weird, kind of funny one. Basically, the close-up of this Japanese guy, and he's kind of making these weird faces, and there's this guy with his arms up like that, and he keeps looking at this guy, and he keeps making like really weird faces. Like, it starts off with kind of pained expressions, and it kind of becomes kind of like his eyes pop out, and then kind of spin around and stuff. Really weird. Then you find out that it kind of pans back. In fact, that this guy with the faces is committing harakiri, and this other guy kind of cuts his head off, and then he starts laughing. Again, kind of weird kind of visuals, but nothing too special. K is for Klutz. Again, not one of the best ones. It's a kind of crude animation. There's this woman, it's not very good, this woman craps in the toilet, and then the crap kills her at the end by kind of, it's just weird. L is for Libido, another really disgusting one, not a really good one at all. Basically, these two guys strapped to these chairs, and they're forced to masturbate to kind of weird shit. Where it starts off as just as this kind of naked woman dancing, and then it's basically kind of winner stays on kind of thing. Like the guy who kind of ejaculates first kind of stays on to the next round, and then it kind of devolves into this kind of, and then the next one is this this girl in a wheelchair, an amputee. She starts kind of masturbating herself with this false leg, and then there's this next disgusting one, which is horrible. And basically this little kid comes in and kind of lies on the bed, and this kind of fat guy comes in, and basically it's strongly implied that this fat guy rapes this young boy. It's not, you don't see any of it, but you kind of hear the bed shaking and stuff, and the guy's kind of trying to do it and he can't, and then the contraption that kills these other guys kind of kills this woman, and then at the end it's kind of the guy who kind of won all the time he's like strapped on a bed, this woman starts having sex with him, and then she kind of cuts him up with a chainsaw. Again, it's kind of disgusting, not very good. I can't really fault the cinematography and stuff, but it's nothing, it's kind of disgusting really. So Miscarriage, the most lazy segment. I don't know what the hell Ty West is doing. I don't know what he did with that $5 grand, because it definitely wasn't this short film. Basically, this woman kind of tries to flush this toilet, and she can't do it. She comes in with a plunger, and you find out she had a miscarriage. That's shit. N is for nuptials, again a kind of more comedy one. This guy buys this parrot for his girlfriend, and starts saying this stuff, and then it kind of says that basically this guy's having an affair, and then this bird kind of starts saying weird kind of sex stuff, and then the woman kind of knives him to death. Again, nothing really to it. O is for orgasm, another one that is kind of more style over substance. Basically, it's a more visual one. It's kind of weird, kind of whip crack sounds with lots of bubbles, and this woman having an orgasm with this guy's head between the legs. It's not really explicit, but again, it's more of a visual one. One of the better ones, but nothing really much to it. P is for pressure, my least favourite. Basically, this woman in I think Portugal or something is kind of poor, and this guy, and she's a prostitute, and there's no dialogue in it, it's all silent, and this guy comes up to him, kind of hands her a card, he doesn't know what it's for, and then because her boyfriend kind of steals the money, she calls this guy up, and basically at the end she steps on a little kitten's head. It's shit. It's my least favourite of all of them. Yeah, next Q is for Quack. Again, really not one of my favourites, but one that's better than some of the others. Basically, Adam Wingard and the director and the writer. He's kind of a meta one, and they're like complaining that they've got like a really hard letter to make a film about. So they try to kind of decide what to do, and they get this duck, and they decide to kind of shoot it on camera because they want to be the only film where actually someone actually dies on camera. And it's pretty good. And they're kind of in the desert, and they're gonna, with this sound guy, and they're gonna shoot this duck, and then the gun jams, and then he kind of points it at the guy, and it kind of they shoot each other and die, and then it's kind of a meta one, kind of a fun one. I like the idea of it. It's always pretty good. R for removed. This is another fucking weird one. It's directed by a guy who directed a Serbian film, so take from that what you will. Basically, there's this guy in this hospital bed, and these people are he's like maybe like a burn victim or something, and these guys are cutting bits out of his back, and then it's kind of turned into a film strip, and then they kind of collect all the film strips and kind of make this film, and then he kills all these people. Pretty good kind of effects on the deaths and stuff, and he kills all these people and kind of works his way to this kind of train yard. Then at the end he pushes this train, and then it starts raining blood. Again, really good visuals though, really kind of visceral when they're kind of cutting into his skin. One of the best ones of the film, really. I really quite enjoyed that one. Again, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but anyway.